Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Anita Potter Productions, and we're going to continue with our production series, part 17. Pretty please like and subscribe, and I would love to have you in here. I also have a Discord. Woo, links are in the description below. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to it. Now, it's been about 2 weeks because it got cold and ridiculous, and they kept changing my work schedule, so I was just too tired to start doing this again. But anyway, we're back to it today. And we are going to first, before we start mixing, we are going to have to separate some of these MIDI notes by pitch and put them on their own track so I can treat them separately. So the tracks I'm going to have to do that on are the kick and snare tracks. And I do believe the only other one I'm going to need to do that with is the Simmons tracks, because those are separate as well. I'm trying to remember, because when I go to bounce them out to WAV files, I'm not sure if it will do it via the folder, but we can double check that anyway. So I'm going to click on this kick and snare twice. I'm going to double click on it, and then over on the actual MIDI item, I'm going to right click, go to, oh, where is it? Ha 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 ha. Take? No. I looked at it earlier and I didn't remember. Okay. There we go. Item processing. And explode MIDI item by note row pitch. I click on that. And it gives me 2 MIDI files in this folder. And these are muted automatically. So let me see here. Will they still play if I can get this stupid thing to line up? Okay. And so I'm sure the other one also plays just fine. Okay. So, and I've had issues with this before, trying to render these tracks out to mono stems, that it doesn't take the it'll end up with a blank WAV file. So I'm gonna check it now. So I don't remember, is it here? Render freeze tracks to mono stems and mute originals. See if it works. Nope, it didn't. It gave me a blank WAV file. So we're just gonna delete that, unmute this track, because if I try to do it with like this, let's see, let me see if this will work. Render tracks to mono stem and mute originals. Will it give me 2 separate tracks, or will they both be on one? It looks like they're both just gonna be on one, so I'm just gonna cancel that. Shoot. So if I see, where does this go? Parent channel. Now if I disable that on both of these and then reroute, not like this will work, but I'm just gonna try. And well, first I'm just gonna do it on one track. Render freeze tracks. Nope, that still gives me a blank track. That will still give me a blank track. Control, undo all that. All right, so I guess what I'm going to have to do is, which is really stupid, I have to copy the effects down to those 2 tracks. If anybody knows of a different way to do that when you separate the notes by pitch, please let me know in the comment section below, because I've exhausted like all ideas trying to figure it out how to do it without doing that, and I haven't been able to come up with anything. So I'm just gonna drag that down here, make sure it stays the same, and then let's see, drag it also down to here. Let's see, let me get it out of that, and let me get rid of, okay, so it says master send, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and mute this. I'm going to solo this real quick. Make sure it sounds the same. Okay, that snare is really loud, which we will deal with when we mix. All right, so let's try this again. Right click, render freeze tracks to mono stems and mute originals. Now I'm getting hopefully something. It's going to take a second. I'll probably... Okay. Yeah, and I don't know why... Oh, good Lord. Shh. Hang on. You know what I need to do? Before we get all crazy with this. Let me see. Because when I try to do that, it wants to render out to the end of whatever this is, which is a little ridiculous. So I'm going to make a time selection here. And I'll just go a little past the end. Just a little past it. So, and then I can edit that later. Maybe I'll just go to here. Or no. Let me go out. Let me just go out a little further. I'll just go out to that next one there. That way, if like with the synths, they have time to decay out, so I can then so they won't end weird. All right, so that one's done. So we're gonna do the same thing, except let's see, render. Ooh. Is there a way to do it? Will it take I don't think it takes into account the time selection, which is unfortunate, which will require actually rendering the multi-tracks out to the time selection. Yeah, see, it went all the way over there. Shoot. Why is it doing that? Oh, I guess I did. Okay. All right, so I guess we'll just take, let's see, the kick snare track, the kick, that, and we'll just drag it down to the end of the resources folder and click that down arrow and make that part of that folder that's already muted. So, and we will continue on. Now I need to do the hat. So, which is, let's see, edit. Let me see if there's anything in the preferences options. I've been playing in Blender too long. Oh, that's in the editing. Let's see. Audio devices buffering slow playback second recording loop rendering. Allow limit render by action rendering stems rendering entire track length there. Shoot. Yeah, there's nothing in there that says render freeze tracks to time selection. So, let me see if there is an action for that. Show actions list. Render. Or maybe I should type in freeze. Shoot. That's annoying. Anyway, that's something for me to work out later. So let's just keep rendering our freeze tracks to mono stems until we get to the synths, because some of those I'm going to make into stereo tracks so I can pan them, dual pan them left and right. Some I'll keep in the center when they're featured as a when their time comes up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just drag that there. Make it the last item in that folder. All right, the pad synth. That one I want to be stereo. Under freeze tracks to stereo. What you can see here is doing the stereo track. And I'm not paying attention to anything that's in that window at the bottom. And this pad synth opening, I'm just going to leave that as a mono. Let's see. Where'd it go? Render freeze tracks. Mono stem, blah, blah, blah. Wait for it to go through the whole thing. I'll just grab the ends of the items and do that. And then the synth melody should just be a mono track. Under freeze tracks to mono stem, because it's like just a one hand note thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just click that track, control left click that track, and control left click this track, get them out the way, make them into that folder, unmute them because that folder is automatically already muted. Where was I? Let's see. The ARP synth is going to be a mono track. I'll go back up to the melody break because I'm trying to think, do I want that a mono? I don't know if I want that mono or stereo yet. Let's see. Render freeze tracks. What am I on? The ARP synth. Mono stem. Yeah, the more stuff that's in the track, the longer it's going to take to render it out. That ARP synth is very busy. Okay, and there's that. I'll get back to that in a minute. The synth bass. Gonna render that out as a mono stem because bass. The fun and exciting things that we do when we're getting ready to do stuff. So I'm gonna click on that one, control click this one, and drag them out the way. Again, do the same thing, make it into that folder. Let's see, synth break. And here we go with this. Right click. Wait, nope. I have to do it on the track. Is it item processing? Yes. Item processing. Explode MIDI note item by row pitch. And just copy the FX. Oh, that's hilarious. Down to that. And down to this. Break them out of that folder. So they shouldn't still be running for tracks. Besides some master send, so I don't have to worry about that. Mute that previous folder track. So we're going to render freeze tracks to mono stem. And do the same thing with this. Oops, I didn't need to double click. You don't really need to double click on it unless you're probably exploding them into different rows, into their own tracks. Render freeze tracks, mono stem. Okay, we'll move these three out of the way. And then go and figure out what to do with that break section. Do I want it mono? Do I want it stereo? Let me solo it and listen, and maybe we'll make a decision there. we could always try both. I could render freeze tracks out separately. I could render a mono track and a stereo track, and then later on when we go to mix it, make a decision if we want to keep it mono or if we want to leave it stereo. So let's do both. Right click, render freeze tracks. I'm going to create the mono stem first. Okay, and then I'm going to unmute it, right click, render freeze tracks, stereo stem. Normally I'll know exactly what I want to do with the track when I'm ready for it, but I'm not entirely sure I want it to be mono or stereo. So that's why I did both. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way. That, unmute it, and then I can collapse this resources folder. And I'm going to go get everything at, let's see, where'd the other part go? So yeah, I'm gonna get all of these parts. See if I hit that and hit shift this. Oh, I hit control. Crap. If I hit shift. No. Do I have to actually select them? Can I, like, I don't know. Nope. Bugger it. All right. Let me just select all of them. And then drag them back to where that time selection is. It's non-destructive editing, so if I make a mistake with doing this, I can fix it later. Yeah, I need to just line these up with the end of this. So much fun. Just want the ends to be right where that is. Drag that over. Okay, and I think we got it all. I didn't need to render out anything for the reverse simple because it's already an audio file. So it's already just there and I don't have to worry about it. I could actually, let's see, I could probably just slice that there and delete that bit of nonsense because I'm not going to need it. Let's see, was there anything else? What are those tracks? Simmons kick, Simmons snare. Why are those still there? I guess we don't need these. Let's see. Let's see, kick snare. Yeah, I didn't use those, so we'll just delete those. And we have now cleaned up our file and are ready to mix this sucker. And we will do that in the next video. I'll set the folders up, get it color coordinated, and then we'll get started on mixing this and then getting it ready for like our mastering and then adding it to DistroKid, making, well, before that we'd have to make the artwork. So mixing, mastering, artwork, DistroKid. That's how it's going to go. Have you ever created your own song and then just mixed it and put it out there? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.